This is a new maintenance customer we just picked up here in Hilton Head. This is in Palmetto Hall Plantation. One of the service techs I have, Nolan, came out here to do the maintenance for the first time. We found a couple issues with the system that we're going to go over today. We've already done a coil flipping part 1 video that basically shows people how to flip an A-frame coil in a Carrier Bryant Payne air handler. But we found a couple other things on this initial inspection. If you look, this is the blue thing here is a liquid line dryer. That's one of them. There's another one inside at the air handler. We're going to have to reline the cabinet. The previous company that was taking care of this house has just installed a new board and new blower motor. And you know, if you go to a house and you got to replace a board and a blower motor and the cabinet's wet, there's a reason why. The technician that came out here, the company is a good company that previously took care of this, but sometimes people don't pay attention to their job, and this is one of those situations. But we're going to show you how to correct and remedy all these problems that we found today. We previously talked about things downstairs that the previous company had been here. There's been some parts replaced. Things weren't done right on the install of this air handler. And we're about to show you. As you can see, this is a brand new board. Absolutely no rust on it at all. Perfectly spotless. Blower motor is brand new. And you can see the shaft. Shaft's got a little bit of rust on it, but not bad yet. Motors, I don't know. They did it, I believe, at the same time they did the board. But you can see the housing of the motor is perfectly fine. And you'll see all the caulk around this thing. Now, sometimes people caulk things to seal it from air. I personally think that this one was caulked to stop what they thought was cabinet sweating, but in all actuality they didn't install the unit right. If you look back here, you'll see these 3 screws up top, and on the inside you'll see a plate on the inside. This goes back to our part 1 of flipping this coil right. This plate is supposed to be on the bottom side to catch the water, and the plate's wide open, so you can see clearly the amount of rust. You can see that the insulation's gone in there. The R value is pretty much 0. This cabinet would have been sweating this summer when it starts running again. Also, if you look, you see that this drain pan's sitting down real low in the back right here. And the reason it's sitting down like this is because of the drain pan support bracket is still up here in the top. I'll show you in a second, but if there's 2 screws, if you look in this filter track right here, you'll see there's 2 screws. That'll tell you that the drain pan support bracket has not been moved. This is also, as we talked about downstairs, here's the second liquid line dryer that was installed on this system. Obviously there was a repair made at some point in time. One was, I don't know what was made, but you can see the amount of rust that's in the pan, the insulation, everything is just it's bad. But we're going to take care of this today. We're going to get the homeowner squared away, and we'll be back later on to show you the finished product. We've just finished relining this cabinet. You've seen some photos a second ago that showed what was being done and what had been done. This cabinet had been relined before. I guess the previous company who relined it just couldn't figure this out. Anyhow, we've done it the correct way, what I feel is the correct way. We put a 1-inch duct liner on the inside, wrapped it all the way around, stick pins, industrial strength glue. There was also a rubber missing on the back of the A-frame coil on the top plate. The drain pan support bracket, as you saw, was relocated from the top to the bottom to support the pan. The previous company who was servicing this obviously had issues because the float switch was never even, you can tell, was never even wired up on the secondary drain. They did have the one wired up that was on the emergency pan, but I guess they were having callbacks, so now they've come out here to just decided to unhook the float switch to stop the callbacks. This goes back to always the lesser price bid is not the best bid. In this industry, and in South Carolina, you only need 2 years experience in a truck before you can get a license. You know, you need to check around, check references, check out Facebook, check YouTube videos, check out anything you can, Angie's List, and stuff like that, and find qualified contractors to come out and work on your stuff. At Hahn's, I can guarantee you'll be taken care of. My service technicians are installers. We try to do things right the first time so we don't have to come back, and I feel that we do that. Nobody's perfect, everybody makes mistakes, but at Hahn's I can promise you we're going to do our best to do it. So if you're looking for an honest company with non-commissioned salesmen who try to do the right thing every single time, then give Hahn's a call. Thank you.